Hello everyone. So now we will be seeing hybrid scenario which will come under order fulfillment category. So hybrid basically in hybrid we basically try to group the customers in different categories. For example, we have categories called drug, categories called club and so on. And in each of these categories we classify a list of specific customers. So that we'll come to that. So let's first start with ECC from the creation of sales order, and then we'll move on to TM where we will see the category of customers and then we'll see how we plan them. Alright, so let me go to the DB2 system, that is our ECC, and for creating sales order I enter the transaction code VA01, VA01, go into it, order type is OR. So what I will do is I'll try to create order with reference, since we have already created orders of this kind for testing and we can use the same orders to show here. And if the advantage of creating orders with reference is that most of the information gets filled in beforehand and you don't have to fill much information manually. So let me enter the first order for reference and I click on copy. So now here you see I had created an order earlier where the sold to party and shipped to party is CVS drugstores, and the material I supposed a material 139109 with a quantity of 550 cases, and you can see here the requested delivery date is on 19th of July. So now what I need to do is, most of the information as you can see is already filled beforehand. I'll just enter a PO number which can be then, so once after I enter the PO number I just click on enter just to confirm the information or to see if there are no warning messages. Next step would be to go ahead and save it. Before that I need to show you, we saw the sold to party and the shipped to party, so these are basically where the goods will be unloaded. So this is a location, and the source location here as we can see is plant US67. And now we go ahead and save the information. So here you can see at the bottom we get a sales order confirmation and along with the document number. So now we'll go to TN. Before that I would like to create another sales order. I mean, this is just for planning purpose. I mean, so that if we have a list of 2 sales orders, then it will be easier for us to plan and test how it works out. So for other sales order, let me enter again the reference order number just to ease up our task a little bit. And here you can see the sold to party and shipped to party is Walgreens truck. Again I enter a PO number, but the source plant is same, that is US 67 as you can see. So now we go ahead and save this order too, and the requested delivery date, if you notice, is on the same date as the previous order, that is 19th of July. So let me enter it. Now there are no warning messages, so let me go ahead and save this sales order. Alright, so our sales order number 102630471 has been saved. Now we can go to TM. Again I'll go back to NWBC and we'll go back to the transportation cockpit. So planning tab, and in planning tab you got the transportation cockpit. And once inside transportation cockpit, so now here you can see different selection profiles for hybrid. So the drug, the one right here, the VDC, and the club, Walmart. So these are all example of hybrids. So Walmart is classified under Walmart orders category. All the Walmart customers. Club consists basically of we can say Sam's Club, Costco, and so on. VDC basically consists of Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and drug will consist of customers like Walgreens, CVS, so on. So the selection profile is, so now we are seeing the selection profile for drug order, and for all the hybrids we use a common planning profile, that is PP order fulfillment hybrid. As you can see, that is the same planning profile being used for all kinds of hybrids. And similarly, we will use the same capacity selection setting across all the hybrid profiles. That is CS order fulfillment, CS order fulfillment, CS order fulfillment, and so on. And the layout would be standard as usual. So now let me go inside the drug orders. We will take this is just one of the categories under the hybrid. So I'll go inside. So as you saw in ACC, I created the sales order for Walgreens and CVS customers. So as I said right now that Walgreens and CVS come under the category of drug. So that's why we select the drug profile and come inside. So here you should be able to see the sales orders which we created and the corresponding freight units which were created in TN, right? So we can see that, and here again you can see the loading point for both the freight units is shipping point here 67, but their destination is different. Perfect. So one more thing we have to take in mind here is in hybrids we don't do multi-stops. It is basically we do, there is no multi-stop scenario here. It is basically we just send it from one shipping point to one customer direct. So there are no intermediary stops here. So that we'll be seeing over here. So let me plan both of these together and let's see if it does multi-stop or it just creates two freight orders which will be sent to the respective customer. So again, I'll go with optimize the planning, selected entries with all resources, and here with all resources in the sense, again I mean all the vehicle resources. So here we have about 4 different kinds of resource. One is the full truckload, the heavy haul resource, the less than truckload, and the parcel. We can see we can see the relevant information for full truckload, the maximum weight and the volume parameters, and similarly for heavy haul resource and for LTL and PCL and so on. So you can verify practically different info for each of our resources. Alright, so let me go up and let's try to plan these two freight units into freight orders. So selected entries with all resources. So now it's processing. And here you should be able to see two freight orders to the different customers. That is one freight order for Walgreens, another to CVS. So here we can see the success message stating that two freight units can be delivered. So, and here we can see two temporary freight order docs created. Is temporary because we have not accepted and saved it. So here you can see The first or temporary order chooses the active vehicle resource, and it starts from U67 and unloads at one of our customers. That our customer, let me check which customer is that. Yes, so the first order is for Walgreens, so it loads at 67 and drops off at Walgreens. And for the second order, the optimizer has planned, it has also chosen as the vehicle resource as full truckload, and here also you can see the starting point as U67 and the destination customer as CVS. So it creates two freight orders and it doesn't do multi-stop. So that's what we wanted and that's what the results are. So we are good with it, we accept it and we save it. So now here you can possibly see the two new freight order document numbers being generated, 542 and 543, along with the respective utilization percentage. So the next step would be, we'll go inside this order. Again, in general data tab, you can verify all the information. The cargo information, that is the goods weight, is 23,000 pounds and volume of 877 cubic feet. So therefore it chose vehicle resource FTL, and here you can see the document type as a customer or shipment. And the other important parameters would be the total distance, that is from U67 to the CVS plant U67 to CVS drugstore. It is about 1094 miles and duration of 122 hours and 18 minutes. So it even gives us the start activity for the order and the last activity, that is the last activity of unloading. And here again the organizational data is filled up. So now let me show you the subcontracting tab. So again, in order fulfillment scenario, we'll be tendering directly to Transplace. So as soon as we save the freight order, an RFQ gets generated immediately to Transplace, as we can see right over here, and the status is open. So what we will do now is we'll try to accept this RFQ, and for that we will go to the main screen, and once we accept it, we need to award it, which is usually a bad job, similarly as for the one which we did in case of replenishment. So after 5 minutes it will get, after every 5 minutes the badge job is running, so after 5 minutes it will get awarded, and then Transplace will be filled up in the carrier field. And once Transplace comes back with the actual carrier who will be carrying out the shipment of this order, then we will have that carrier replace Transplace right here in this field, in the carrier field, and also in the general data tab, plus in the business partner tab, the carrier field. So let us first go and accept this. So again we go back to the main NWBC menu screen, freight order management, overview of tendering, and here we can see open RFQs. So our RFQ is 602. We'll select this specific RFQ. You can see the status is open, and we are tended to the Transplace. So this is the business partner code or number for Transplace. So let's go ahead and accept it. We'll say yes, okay. And here you can see the freight order quotation has been sent successfully, that is, it has been accepted. So let's refresh this just to see the status update. 605 was our RFQ, sorry. So we'll accept this. All right, okay. And here you can see the has been accepted successfully, the RFQ. And now you should be able to see the accepted status come up right here. And it has been sent, the status has been sent, and the response is shown as being accepted. And now the award status is evaluation pending, so it is again a bad job. So after 5 minutes we'll be able to see that it has been awarded, and transplace would come up in the career field. Alright, so now here we can see the award status. It has Transplace has been awarded the RFQ, and as I said, in the career field we can see the Transplace coming up, and also here in the general data along with the business partner tab, in the career field the Transplace would come up. So once as I said, once Transplace comes back with a specific or an actual carrier name which will carry out this order, the transportation of this order to the destination location, then that carrier will replace Transplace from these fields. All right. So now let me show you the delivery process creation from TM, and for that I will show you that it is possible to do the delivery creation from the cockpit itself. So here, as we can see, this is our freight order, and that is the corresponding freight unit. So I highlight both of them and click on create delivery proposal on the header section of the transportation cockpit. Here we can see the relevant freight order along with the freight unit, and I would say send delivery proposals to ERP. So it is saying one delivery proposal have been sent to ERP, so this is a success message. We'll go back into the cockpit, we'll refresh this once, and now let's go into the freight order, and let's check out the document flow. So in document flow you can see from sales order we created OTR, and then from OTR we created freight units, and then to freight order. But now from the freight order we even created delivery, so that shows up right over here. That is delivery number 203548283. So this delivery was created in ECC, and you can have a look at this delivery in ECC, and the corresponding DTR was created in TM. So you can see it comes up in your flow, where that visibility is there in the document flow tab for that specific freight order. All right. So now the delivery has been created. Our next step would be to create shipment. So let's do that. I'll click on edit and then click on create update ERP shipment. Click on OK, and here you can see the data has been saved successfully, and here we can see an ERP shipment showing up right here. And now this shipment can be visualized in ECC, and the shipment would have the same number as the freight order number. So let's check that out. And for displaying a shipment, I'll go to the transaction VT03N and let me punch in the freight order number 543 and I will click on overview, and here you can see the was shipment has been created and along with the relevant timestamps and also with all other relevant information. Correct. So we are good here. Now let me go back to the subcontracting tab. So once carrier transplace comes back with the actual carrier who will carry out this order, and that carrier replaces transplace right from here. After that step, we will do the next step would have been the charge calculation along with creation of freight settlement document. So we will be seeing these steps once the transplace carrier has been replaced by the actual carrier. So that's it for now for the order fulfillment scenario for the hybrids.